I have something very special to unbox today. What could be in the priority mailbox? Alright, I got it open. And it is... drum roll, please. A Super Nintendo Classic! Yahoo! Why, hello there, old sport. Looks like you've interrupted me in a moment of money counting. Well, incidentally, do you know what time it is? I'll tell you. On my collector's edition Arc the Lad pocket watch, it looks like it's high time to keep mint collectibles in the box unopened for maximum collector value. You know what? I bet I could even sell it for $500 on eBay. Well, to hail fire Pete's with that crap. That is not how we roll around here. I am going to be enjoying my Super Nintendo Classic. Therefore, I will be opening and playing this bad boy. Okay, before we crack her open, let's take a look at the different sides of the box. We got here the front Super Nintendo Classic Edition. Games included: never released Star Fox 2, Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, F-Zero, Super Mario Kart, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and more. Then we have the top of the box here, classics. On the side, Super NES Classic Controller. Play classic Super Nintendo Entertainment System games the way they were meant to be played on a full-sized original Super NES trademark controller. Just plug it in and you're ready to go. Includes all of the original features. Plus control pad for quick control and movement. A, B, X, and Y buttons for rapid fire action. Special L and R shoulder buttons. And select and start for menu selection and pausing the game. Then you have on the side here Super NES console. It's a super retro blast from the past with the return of the all-time fan favorite Super Nintendo Entertainment System. This mini-sized Super NES Classic Edition system is packed with over 20 pre-installed classic Super Nintendo games from the 90s, fully loaded and ready to play, using original-style Super NES Classic controllers. Then you got the full game lineup on the back, and it does say on here, Star Fox 2 can be unlocked by completing the first stage of Star Fox, so we'll have to make sure to do that. And then on the bottom, you have the standard, epilepsy warnings, like if you have epilepsy, don't sit with your face right in the TV, stuff like that. Alright, time to open it up and see what's inside. Oh, that's cool. On the inside flap it says, now you're playing with superpower. Nice. Come on, give up your goodies. There we go. I'm going to check out, I want to see if the other inside flap says the same thing or something similar. One second. No secret messages on the other flap. Sadness. Oh, actually there is something right here though. It's just copyrights. These are the copyrights for the different games that are included, mostly the third-party games. Then we have, there's an instruction booklet here. We'll get to that in just a second, or maybe a poster, I'm sure. Looks like this is the console itself. So, oh my gosh. It's so tiny. It's a little Super Nintendo. You can't push the door in, but that really makes sense because you don't need it. You can actually, the eject button doesn't really do anything. You can't push it down, but you can push the power and reset buttons. And it's got little miniature controller ports, although I don't think you can actually plug anything into them because they're, like if you look close, they're just decorative, it seems. So that's interesting. On the back you have HDMI out and DC in. So let's see what else we got in here. Oh, these are the controllers, it looks like. Yep, there's the Super Nintendo controller. Sweet. And the ends use these style interfaces right here, so we'll see how that works in a second. And there is, of course, a second controller, so got two here. And under this cardboard tray, we have an adapter and an HDMI cable and an AC adapter. Cool. So here's something I was wondering. So check this out. This is pretty funny. It is actually, if you can see here, a Nintendo branded HDMI cable. Swag. I was wondering if they would go all out and brand the HDMI cable, and they sure did. They didn't disappoint on that one. Okay, so I've had a moment to get this all figured out. We've got the HDMI cable and the power supply hooked up. Power supply uses a USB cable to plug into this power plug here. So, also, I figured out how this works. Remember how I said this was decorative? Well, it kind of is and it kind of isn't. I figured out after studying it for a minute how this works exactly. So what you have to do, there's these little holes in the bottom where you can kind of put your thumb in, and you pull this open from the front, and ta-da, there's the real controller ports.